G'day all, this is Andrew Spencer, aka Andy the Crumpet, the Foxcat Poet, here with you again today. I'm going to be reading to you a poem out of the book Philophobia as part of our editing process. So, a big part of when you're writing your poetry is that you verbally speak it so you can understand the flow and pace of the work. Before you present it out to the public or take it to a poetry event or something like that, try and recite it to yourself. Get the sound. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. First, Explanation of Oblivion, written for M.E. Moore, another fine writer. Check out his stuff. Escape. The effects differ, but the outcomes remain the same. Captured by the perfect cocktail of manufactured endorphin. Keys enter in the blood, slip and glide to unlock a chained brain. Shoulders roll, no longer tense. Thoughts shuffle, near stumble into hideous alignment. Look, can you see them for what they are, for better or worse? Can you feel the pressure? The mind follows easily, growing, thinking, allowing sight. My vice was gripping too tightly, yet anything can become a vice. At first it feels nice. Alcohol meant never being alone. Morphine meant never being cold. Pint after pint I'd tell myself, when you drink, you're never alone. Then the bar would close and I would tumble home and sleep alone. Scoring diamorphine felt obscene. Like-minded creatures would fall before me, worshipping the holy molecule. Once the morphine ran its course, of course the creatures followed with a flick of cool steel, spoons worn down on plastic heels. There is no escape for this feel. Escape. Care less about what others think. Drink and truly express what's been repressed until you're tossed out a tumbling mess, costing just the one. Numb to everything, to everyone, blind to hope and how tightly the vice grip chokes. Changes in homeostasis mean you may even dream. Vague blurs projected on a distant silver screen. Is this what they mean by live the dream? I tried to wash out the repression, my attempts to dilute the poison and social aggression, regression, social conditioning, belittling, so fitting, all held in gall. For years, exploding then, not into tears, but into a half-life of hideous blurring years. Escape, echoes, keys and concrete walls, ceilings and floors. I became habituated to the feeling, feeding from the now, my future here and there I was stealing. Now the future comes with no guarantee, so it seems like a good deal to me. A tender barmaid and voyage away to the tentative barkeeper, keeping his eyes my way. Look at this straight, he says. I am no longer invisible, so stare. I cannot why, I cannot if they live or die, holding myself to the same slurry standard. I care not what they think as I sit and enjoy my cool drink and muse with supreme satisfaction at their distress, branded upon my eyes I impress. Escape is a spectrum of feeling, a prism of excuses, bending reflections with finitude. In truth, I am so sad so often. I find it hard to stabilize my moods. I find it hard when oblivion ensues. I listen and brood, escaping into I don't care and other safe stable lows. Conviction flows, lubricating the fiction of the black mirror addiction. And here I sit alone, staring aimless into my dying phone. Remember then that every kick eventually needs changing. Every drug stash needs rearranging. Sometimes I feel like I need a raising, or at least a pause from this constant chasing. Since you've been with me, and more importantly, since I have been insane in your eyes that you can see through my lies, I have felt okay to just be me. The real me, drug-tied aside, washed out to sea, I'm struggle to see, so I go third-person reality. He's all up and down, lame and geeky, sometimes hopeless, limp, boneless and sneaky, but at least he's sober mostly. His essence ghostly, remembering to do the right thing, torn up by the thought of a bird with a broken wing. What is right, and I am rightly alive, not dying slowly, not here to survive. He's now escaped that slow, secluded suicide. But here's a secret from the inside. All my life, nobody ever asked me, how was your day? Nobody ever asked me, how do you feel? Are you okay? Until you spoke past this monster inside me. So this is simply it. White stained with black. Simply blood, simply happy to be back. Simply stepping through a world where everything else is truly a lie. And I actually added some words into that poem as I was reciting it. So even in that final version going into Philophobia, I could hear words that I added. Now I'm going to go back through, type them in, make them into the piece to get that flow, so I can hear what the poem sounds like before I deliver it at a later time. This is RaisedInkPress. Keep writing, keep performing, keep living your dreams. As the AI intelligent machine recently sung, dreams are cheap. We can all afford them, especially if you're a writer. Peace.